Grew up like super, like had a bad relationship with my mom, cause she would leave us around people. You know, me and my sister got sexually abused growing up, even at a young age. Like I can remember 3, 4 years old, my mom would leave us to random people here in Marlin and Waco. But I grew up super jacked up like that, and luckily I didn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
But it shaped me, and also I was super poor, hand me down this, hand me down that. The Goodwill used to be right down the street on, we used to shop at the
It's
Goodwill.
still right there. Well, it's Samaritan House now.
All right, cool. So all our clothes were Goodwill. I used to get made fun of all the time. And so I think all those things, like, I didn't know that, but it drove me to succeed kind of thing. Like, just like a lot of people, everybody has some kind of story, right?
Yeah.
And growing up like that, like poor, no food, none of that stuff. And it sucks because some people know my mom and revere her, and my mom was cool to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we grew up jacked up, and my dad wasn't here. And there's one person here that knows my dad. That's Green. But my dad, I didn't know my dad till I was 26. And my dad was living in St. Croix on the beach somewhere in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and I never knew him growing up. He didn't pay child support, nothing like that. But I met him when I was 26. Funny enough, he was in the Navy, and I joined the Navy, and I didn't even know that. So it's like crazy how stuff, I don't know if stuff's in your DNA or whatever, but I didn't even know my dad growing up, but I ended up joining the Navy too. But the Navy ended up changing everything for me.
So you mentioned that you and your mom, you know, didn't have a great relationship. You were raised by your grandmother. Around what age did you go into the care of your grandmother, you and your sister?
I mean, we were always down there. we were always down, like we lived on Roosevelt Street on the south end. And like we were always there. So
would you say 9, 10, or
no, I'm talking about from the beginning.
So since you were born, pretty much.
Yeah, since I was born, I always was at my grandmother's house.
Gotcha.
And my grandfather's house down there.
Okay.
And my mom would kind of take us sometimes, and I would go without seeing my mom for a year or so sometimes. My mom was living in a whole different cities and all that stuff.
Wow.